It's finally here. After 17 long years, we finally have another Tenkaichi style Dragon Ball fighting game. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The hype was crazy. If you were like me, you've been waiting on this Joan for like 2 years. But here, today, it's been about 2 weeks since the game has dropped. I let the first patch come out, and I was trying to give them time to fix some of the things I was going to complain about, but the wait is over, no more time. Today we doing this review. So without further ado, let's jump right into this FTGU review of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero in 10 minutes or less. Let go. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the episode battle, aka story mode. Now if you're a fan of Dragon Ball like me, you know the canon story, which is for the most part what you get here. So I won't go over that aspect too much. But what I will talk about is how they handled and put together the story by adding some new, innovative twists to the fandom and lore of Dragon Ball. Now you are able to play through the story as 8 different characters from the anime. Each has their own viewpoint of certain points in the story, as well as alternate paths and endings that can lead to brand new scenarios and fights. Now since Goku's story is the main story, I'll mainly focus on this episode for the review. For starters, let me say, I do like the new layout for Mission Select, but maybe it's just me being nostalgic, but I really would have enjoyed the old Tenkaichi Mission Select system, but that's just my personal preference. I do think it's an interesting and fun way to have players to complete an alternate battle objective to unlock alternate storylines. That being said, I do wish more of the iconic scenes from the anime had actual cinematic cutscenes instead of comic panels of gameplay. But I will say the ones that they do put in look great and adds a visual depth to certain points in the story, and personally I do really enjoy the few we get. I do also think some of the characters' storylines could have been fleshed out more and gave us more of their iconic fights, but all in all, episode battle is a fun and new way to experience the Dragon Ball story. Next, I want to talk about the different battle modes and gameplay and visual effects in the game. I mean, the title says it all, actually. This is where you can find all the battle modes, either custom battles, bonus battles, tournaments, ranked and unranked player matches. This is your place to be. Now, there are 3 different battle types. Single battle, which is self-explanatory, but each player picks one character from the roster of 180 current characters. Team battle is where you can pick a team of up to 5 of any available characters in the game. And lastly, a new battle style called DP battle, where you have to build a team using only 15 dragon points. Stronger the character, the more DP they cost. I think this is a really interesting and fun mode that not only keeps the playing field balanced as possible in an unbalanced fighting game, but as well allows for some unique character combinations. I would also like if in a future update they make it to where you can change the settings of your online game lobby without having to leave and make a whole new lobby. As for gameplay itself, characters feel unique yet simple. The combat is complex but not in the way you think. The movesets for all characters are fairly similar and easy to learn, but combos can be dynamic depending on how you string together your combos with your supers and your grabs. Each character feels like they have their own unique fighting style, even if the buttons are the same for the combos. Defense as well feels dynamic, with moves like the viral sonic sway or perception. The super counter is a saving grace in battle that can be pulled off at any time to break a combo, but requires great timing. Now I will say, when you get caught in a vanish battle, they should speed up each vanish to make the timing harder so we don't get caught in situations like this. Now, one big annoyance I have with this game is there's no key sense, aka auto lock. Too many damn times I've been fighting someone and I just lose track of them, like my character is blind and I have no key sensing ability. I have actually lost games like this. Not game breaking, but honestly makes no damn sense to me. Also, another thing that has been bothering me about the gameplay is sometimes when you're in your sparking mode and you try to dragon dash behind the opponent to hit him with the endless sparking combo, you'll land the first 3 or 4 hits and then you'll just start endlessly punching the air like you forgot where he was even though you're locked on to him. Visually though, the game does look amazing. Some of the moves and transformations look like they were plucked right from the anime. I just love the feeling of fighting an opponent and you unleash an ultimate, and not only do you get the animation for the attack startup, but for the actual impact too. And as a Dragon Ball nerd like myself, it is easy to be immersed and feel like you're actually in some of these battles. For example, I'll show you Goku Blue's ultimate. Simply amazing and epic. Now yes, some characters have cheesy moves and grabs, but in an unbalanced fighting game, what do you really expect? So I won't kill them for that. Honestly, the only character that I was gonna kill him for was Yajirobe, but since the new patches came out, he has been nerfed greatly. Now one other small thing that I would like for them to improve or change is I would really love to have more than just 35 seconds to pick a full DP roster. Sometimes it just feels rushed, and when you're really thinking about your team, you just really don't have enough time to pick a roster with 35 seconds. You just don't. Now I won't spend a lot of time here, but there are also bonus battles which are made by Bandai as a kind of what if scenario, even with some generated dialogue and an intro screen. They're nothing too crazy, but it's another mode to add playability to the game. Same with custom battles, except these are made by the community. It could use some polishing, and some of the conditions don't always trigger, and the dialogue can be off, but it's something else to do once you've beaten every episode battle. All in all, visually and gameplay wise, except for a few flaws here and there, it is a tantalizing experience. On a side note, share screen is blocked on PlayStation. Might be a local console issue, so I won't make it a big deal, but it was worth mentioning. Not much to say about tournament mode. It's plenty cut and dry. Now there are different tournament types with rules and conditions that match the conditions of that tournament from the show. Now if you have 5 or more friends to play with, I think this mode is super fun and competitive. Me and the boys one Saturday was just having a tourney run for like 4 to 5 hours and we were having a blast. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is great, especially if you are a Dragon Ball lover like me. You won't be disappointed. Even for a newcomer, it's still a lot of fun, but not too complex of a fighting experience with large open destructible maps with a huge roster of characters. It is far from a perfect game and definitely has its flaws, but for what it is, damn, it's good. I give Dragon Ball Sparking Zero 6 out of 7 Dragon Balls. I'm Awesome Hayabusa, and thanks for watching a FTGU game review. Until next time, I'll holla at y'all. Peace.